Hey, it's Marko here from Fair Realty. Today I'm talking about housing and on Reddit, Facebook, and other platforms I've been reading in the last year. There's been a lot of name calling, specifically tenants, buyers calling landlords, sellers greedy. A lot of topics on this, comments on this. And it's complete nonsense in my opinion, using the word greedy to describe landlords or sellers. Why is that? It's because everyone in our society today is greedy. It's all about me. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, tenants and landlords, buyers and sellers, they're on different sides of the spectrum. So yeah, as the tenant, of course you're going to want the lowest rent. And as the landlord, of course you're going to want the highest possible rent. It's capitalism, it's human nature. Everyone wants the best possible outcome for them. So calling someone greedy is complete nonsense. I also have a lot of real life experience in real estate. So I've done almost 1,000 transactions. About half of them have been with buyers, so 500, and about half of them have been with sellers, about 500. And one thing I've noticed is when people are shopping, so for example, when I was helping people buy starter homes 8-9 years ago, starter home was maybe 400,000. Sometimes I'd show 10, 20, 30 houses to people, and all they would say is, oh my God, the seller is being ridiculous. They want 400,000 for this home. It needs a bunch of work. Absolutely ridiculous. Or we would do an inspection. There would be some issues with that inspection. Buyer would go back to the seller and ask for 10 grand off. The seller would say no. And then the buyer would be like, oh my God, the seller is so greedy. There's issues with the house. They don't want to take money off. But eventually the buyer would buy. Fast forward, that exact same buyer phones me to sell their place. I go to their place and I say, okay, you paid 400,000 in 2013. Your place is now worth 900,000. And usually the seller will be like, well, I don't want to give this house away for free. What do you mean 900,000? It's worth $1 million based on what my neighbor's house sold because it's better than my neighbor's house and blah, blah, blah. 900,000 is absolutely outrageous. I'm not giving it away. But the same person who thinks they're giving the house away at 900,000 was complaining and moaning and just being completely crazy when they bought at 400,000. So what changed? The perspective changed. When you're the buyer, you want the best possible deal. When you're a seller, you want the highest possible price. That is just life. So versus channeling your energy in terms of calling landlords and sellers greedy, guess what we should do? We should channel our energy into building more. If we built a bunch of rental towers all over the place, where do you think people are going to want to live? A brand new rental tower condo or a moldy, crappy basement suite? So if you build a lot, you increase inventory, you give people options, it puts downward pressure on basement suites, and all of a sudden the landlord can't be greedy anymore because the tenants have more options. So instead of channeling your energy and being frustrated and calling others greedy, channel your energy into something that actually can change the marketplace, such as improving inventory. That means cutting back bureaucracy, etc. That's it for this week. Marko, Juras, Fair Realty.